short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Second and goal at the Vikings 7-yard line.
A first carry for Samaje Perine, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Now Wilson. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Well, the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Throwing is Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown. Justin Jefferson, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain him.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout. Joseph
connects on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, they've got some more weeky catch-up. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground. honed in on it and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter, that is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. Operating from the gun, Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Offensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Going to begin the drive here with Madison. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Stuck for a loss by the linebacker, Josie Jewell. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the Broncos are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Wilson to throw. Short throw caught by Dulcich. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Takes it to about the 37.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 42. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Flushed out right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. And they'll get him down at the 34. He's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Oh, I don't know if he's sensing contact to come or what, but that's a ball he'd love to have back. That could have gone for big yardage, but it just didn't want to stay in his hands. That's a tough break.
He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Now Wilson on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. And he's going to go down again. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They're going option play on third down. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That's their second. They'll be down to 1 remaining here in this first half. On fourth down, Joseph Charlton on to punt. He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. And it's taken in at the 9. 35 yards that time on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. So we reach past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And the half will begin with a touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive? on that play sheet for any of those coordinators. They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Wilson. Screen play set up for Williams. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. This is taken at the 23. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7-0 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, take him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. On second down, this is Madison. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
First down, Vikings.
Here's Madison running on first down. He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 42. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. Running from the shotgun with Madison. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
And the Vikings first down.
On the handoff, it's Madison. Down right around the 25. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a second and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up second and 9.
Off the play fake, Cousins. Short throw caught by the tight end, Oliver. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And 3rd and 8 now.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. To throw is Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way, because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Cousins again. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings add 6 to their lead. Joseph now to have the PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Fielded just inside the 30. And he gets this up across the 35 before it is out of bounds. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And they will take over 1st and 10. There's a glimpse of Justin Jefferson, the wide receiver, as he and the Minnesota Vikings return back here on offense. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdowns.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
9 yards. 1st down, Vikings.
Now a give to Madison. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. Welcome back now to Denver. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Here's Madison getting it again on 2nd. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Cousins. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Here's Ryan Wright now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now it's Wilson. Into the hands of Patrick left side. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Danielle Hunter, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well executed there on second down. So do you go back to the air on third?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 44-yard line. To throw again is Wilson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. For a first down screen pass, good for 5. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he will have the Broncos first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on third down and 5.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Here's Wilson.
This one swung out to Williams.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be second in a couple.
Brings up second and 2.
The slot man in motion right.
They'll fake the jet sweep, but instead of give up the middle to Williams.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
To throw is Wilson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson.
Got his man, it's Dulcich.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
Outright, this one goes to Patrick. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag.
Quinn Miners, third-round pick in 2021, called for the penalty.
And they'll try again here, first and goal after the false start. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Throwing is Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Again, Wilson. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Broncos are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead is down to 28-10. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Down the numbers. There he goes. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Going on the ground with Madison. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 49 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described. Manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage. They're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Going to run with Madison again. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and it's never easy to come into Denver to win. You think all you have to deal with the altitude, but they got the job done.
Well, there's a reason Olympic athletes train nearby. All right, they've got a terrific training center in Colorado Springs. You train at the altitude, the lungs expand, you go down to the regular, oh my goodness, they can go all day. And in fact, a lot of visiting teams, when you visit Denver, you know what's printed in your locker room?